Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another meteor shower in Oxygen Not Included 4.0. No, wait, yeah, we definitely got another meteor shower upon us, as a matter of fact, on every planetoid, but these guys I think are supposed to melt again. And then of course on the second planetoid we shall also welcome these bastards. Well, in today's episode, I would like to make the transition towards the new oxygen system, at least in some regard. First of all, I think I want to go ahead and complete the new headquarters, so maybe we can already kind of use the oxygen for the new base instead of pumping it into the old base. Another goal I'm going to be working towards in the background is on the third planetoid. I would like to set up a small launcher, maybe with a couple of coal generators, just so that we can send over some materials. The question is though, should we process the oil on this planetoid, which might be hard, but it would make it much easier to send back to the main planetoid. We'll be thinking about that. In the meantime, I'm gonna limit the base to what it is supposed to be. Right here, this space on the top is also eventually gonna belong to the base, where we have the kitchen and maybe some crafting areas, but I will be building them from the other side, and for now only this part right here is gonna belong to the base. As long as we don't have plastic, we cannot really use the transit tube access point, so I will be doing some sort of a liquid lock here instead once it's done. In the meantime, we gotta finish the base and just making sure the gases won't be able to escape. I gotta be careful, don't want to destroy the natural tiles there. Now I wonder, placing a drywall here, is not actually replacing the vent. Okay, good. Maybe another thing we should be taking care of is the bathroom loops. There are just 2 bathrooms to cover, this shouldn't be too hard. Let's say we go down this route, like so, into the water sieve, and then it's going straight back into the loops. Okay, add a little bridge right there. Now this is probably gonna get in the way of me attempting to cool this down. Yeah, I even put this into the wrong slot. This is supposed to go here, but we can even go out to this point. There's still a ladder there. You know, it's only really a problem going from here to here, and then we should be fine. Yeah, so I will be hopping over here and also hopping over there. Little bridge for you and you and you and you. Oh wait, this one here is facing the wrong way. This is the output of the bathrooms, of course, going down into the water sieve. And now all we have to do is take the detour over here. I might want to keep this insulated. Now, this is bothering me that it's going outside of the building. You know what? I'll be right back. Alrighty, I was too tired, I had to go to sleep, but I came up with a much better pattern. Now we're gonna input the cooling liquid right here. So this is gonna keep the base cool, just wiggling around here and then eventually going to the other side. And then from the water sieve, we are joining all of the toilets and the showers and everything. And then of course the fluted water pipe is going back into the water sieve. Everything is now nifty and nice. Now, of course, we still have to take care of the overflow. Now, either we put down some flowers here, or alternatively, we might just be able to use it for oxygen. You know what? That is actually a good idea. So instead of overflowing the polluted water, we're gonna take it from the clean source. Say, I want to make sure we dedicate most of the stuff towards the top portion in order to fill up the bathrooms. And then once that has happened, we can continue over here to actually produce some oxygen for us. And I think the way I want to do is just lead this below here. For instance, this is the water pipe that is coming in from the outside, and then we're just connecting these together and actually inputting them into the electrolyzers. The question is, are we going to use radiant pipes to allow the water to also cool down the room a little bit? But then again, this is probably not even necessary. And then also I need to think about the adjacent rooms that we want to keep cool with this system. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna go with insulated pipes this way, and they are just filling up the 4 electrolyzers. And of course, this is coming from a water source, and then this one here would be the overflow of the water sieve. Now, this doesn't really solve our problems when it comes to power distribution. I still want to go ahead and hook all of these up with the heavy watt conductive wire. I can also go ahead and do the same thing here. Just go above like that and everything is hooked up. The question is, how are we gonna hook up these guys and where is this gonna go? Yeah, that is actually a good question, but it would solve the problem of how to cool down the water sieve and the auto sweeper here. Because all we have to do is maybe set up a heavy watt joint plate here, and this is gonna transfer the heat between the two rooms, and therefore it's always gonna be at around 75 or so degrees. Sure, let's keep going here with the cabling. I'm gonna bring this all the way around, hook up all the machinery, and then I'm thinking I would be introducing the wires this way and maybe up here. So if we had it up here and maybe at the bottom, that might make sense. And I'm also gonna lead it across here to something like this. And that also means I'm probably gonna bring this one a little further up. Yeah. Okay, sure. We're getting somewhere with this. Let's check out the third planetoid here. Everything is free again. That's good. Yeah, dude, I really wonder how are we gonna ship the materials over? I don't even have enough coal to do a long-term project. You know, thinking about it, it might be a good idea to explore the planetoid a little bit more. So if I go down all the way here, I want to know what we can find. Maybe there are some types of geysers, or there is a magma biome at the bottom. We might even be able to figure that out right here. Let me check this one here. Wait, what? They also have a natural gas geyser. Oh, that's interesting. And a hydrogen vent. So there are two types of power production right there. Yeah, this is actually really useful. So we might want to figure out where these geysers and vents are. There's something here. You know what? For the sake of it, I'm now going with that trick you want me to use all the time. And that is just to maximize the priority on the volcano. And then you can hover over this in order to realize it's a hydrogen vent. So this one here would be our hydrogen vent. But yeah, usually I tend not to do that because you can just as well dig your way in here and just reveal the vent. So all we have to do is tap into the natural geyser and hydrogen vent in order to get a respectable amount of power going for us. And of course, another possibility would be to have another farm of plug slugs here. I mean, I could just send over some eggs from the main planetoid. Ooh, look at that. We have a Draclet egg incubating 33%. I would like to send this over to the main planetoid. Maybe I'm just gonna go with producing plastic this way, and then we can use the entirety of the oil in order to get petroleum out of it. Honestly, I think that is a much better idea. Anyways, I want to keep going here a little bit, digging up some more stuff. There's even more food for us to be gathered. Now, let me see. Yeah, this is separated, so we can just possibly go down here, explore some more of this biome. What is this? Are there any zombie spores? Oh, good thing I checked. Yeah, no, this is just floral scent. Okay, no zombie spores to be had here. But yeah, I'm just making my way down. I want to know everything about this planetoid, and then we reveal the vents and make use of them to launch the materials back home. Lyra is now making her way through the planetoid. Once I arrived here, I would say I want to figure out what this is, and maybe, just maybe, I'm also gonna make my way over here a little bit. Get this fog of war out of the way. I don't even know how far it goes. Yeah, okay, this seems to be the border here. I think the volcano behind this is active. Let me just get rid of everything except this tile here, which is supposed to be the one that's blocking it. But yeah, there we go. This is actually our hydrogen vent. Very nice. Let's reveal it. Wait, no, it's just hydrogen in the background. It's actually our natural gas geyser at 150 degrees, which is great. It even comes out at 484 grams a second. This is like doubly as good as our previous one. 150 degrees is still a little bit much, but I still think we should focus on that since we took advantage of it in the previous episode, and all we would really have to do is enclose this with enough space for a pump. Now, of course, the gas pump will have to be made out of steel, but this is something we can send over. It's just 50 kilograms of steel. Then, as usual, we would be featuring a Atmos sensor and then also lead wire right there. Then all that's missing is the pipe leading out, and then we have a system. Since there are some ice asteroids, I think it might be better to build the system towards the top so we can kind of take advantage of the chill. There's also some more coal and algae that I want to pick up, but generally speaking, let's maybe just set up a temporary power room that we can use. Natural gas. I also would like to see some storage for this. So maybe what we want to do is bring this into a bunch of storages first. Let me just make a row of storages here. Then outside here, I think I want to do everything with the insulated pipes. So we first fill up all of these guys and then take out the natural gas. Maybe bring it one level up like so. This would be the next level here. And on top of here, we can set up the generators. Let's say I'm gonna start here with approximately 3 generators, though I will have to make sure this isn't being opened up here. So we still kind of want to surround ourselves, allowing the gases to remain here. As a matter of fact, I need to be slightly careful when it comes to this part. In order to get this point, I will be going beneath the natural gas guys here, but I think this is a solid start here. I just gotta be slightly careful with this portion here. Maybe I'm gonna close this off, set this to a high priority, so once this is closed, I do not have to worry anymore. Lyra here is still making good progress. I realized, however, that I'm not gonna have enough skill points or morale points right now in order to get her to the mechatronics engineer. No, wait, that is Nisbet. Where's Lyra? Yeah, we have 15 of 12 at the moment. I still want the exosuit training. I would like to see the field research and everything, and then mechatronics engineering. Now, the catch about this is we only really need the super hard digging until we dug up the asteroid, and then we only really need the field research as long as we need to research the geysers. The exosuit training I would like to see all the time, but then when it comes to shipping and actually building auto sweepers and everything, we will have to respec her a couple of times maybe. This all would not be an issue if I had my nature reserve in place. That would be an extra 6 morale points, and it would have been perfect for my intentions, but I think what I'm gonna do is focus on excavating and building for a little while, and then we're gonna respec her to mechatronics engineer. In the meantime, we're hopefully making some more progress here, and I need some fresh white in order to finish this. Now, somebody realized that my Great Hall was a little bit too large. It's 132 tiles instead of 120, but I tried to fix that by just adding some decorative blocks in a nice pattern, more or less. But yeah, we now have the space for a nice picture here and there maybe, or possibly just a statue, I don't know yet. But what I do know is we need to fill the rest of this up with drywall so the gases cannot escape. Oh geez, it looks like we still have to bring lots and lots of materials over here. The next opportunity I get, I'm gonna print out another duplicant responsible for building and another duplicant responsible for shipping materials back and forth. Also, let's quickly observe the gases right here. You can see with the airflow tiles, even though there is space behind it, it doesn't seem to be sucking away the gases. If there were space behind it, it would look more something like this. The gases immediately disappearing, but they seem to be stable here. I would say we should be safe. You know, it's also crazy. The water here has only ever heated up like 1 or 2 degrees. Of course, it's being cooled down again by adding new fresh water. But the fact still remains, it's quite easy to keep the regolith cool before actually shipping it to the base. Also, I feel like finishing the top portion of the base here and then getting rid of this part. Maybe. Actually, maybe we're only gonna get rid of it wherever we have the bunker tiles already installed. Okay, it looks like I will not be able to use up the natural gas this way. One suggestion was just to leave them running all the time, and therefore we will also be producing more polluted water since this is the main purpose I installed them. So I think I might just go ahead and try this. Gonna cut the wire right here and regulate it with a switch instead. Now, one thing you warned me about is this hole right here that I want to fix. Let's just set up an igneous rock piece there. Maybe speed up the building of this and we will not be losing any more gases. Well, we will be losing it through the door sometimes when it is open, but that is neglectable. Here we go. Natural gas generators are going for it, producing about 70 grams of water per second each. That will be really useful, at least for as long as the natural gas geysers are active. And honestly, this is probably not even enough. We should go ahead and expand this by 2 or even 3 more. We just want to go through the natural gas as quickly as possible. We can still revamp the system later in case we need to regulate the power better. By the way, once again, we have a little bit of a body temperature problem here. We can easily fix that once again with a temp shift plate. To accomplish this, I need to dig into my reserves, but I don't want to get access to everything right away. So instead, what I'm going to do is set up an auto sweeper right here, take away this tile so it can reach into here. The dupes will not be able to do that. I can then set up a storage bin here and regulate what we take out of it. Right there, this storage bin, for instance, I can limit it to 800 kilograms. We go to liquefiable and let's say I want to get some brine ice. There it is. Will it do something? Yes, we got 800 kilograms of brine ice in here and therefore this temp shift plate will be built. Nisbet, come on, come on. Yes, that's my girl. What? You bloody... Naughty bastard! There it is, my temp shift plate cooling down the environment. Gotta love it. We're now down to 10.1 tons of polluted dirt, which is still the main source of our oxygen. Of course, we're kind of spreading it stupidly. The temp shift plate melted. Well, let's maybe leave that on there so it can cool the tiles down. Actually, that's already enough. 20 degrees, that's good. I'm gonna activate the gas pump outside of the base once again, now that we accumulated a little bit of oxygen. Well, you know what? With the excess power we're now producing, my suggestion would be to start using more of it. We can do that by re-enabling the research system here, and of course commit to some research. Now, let's see. We want to do something with the applied science research. Let's maybe also get access to the decontamination shower, and then we can unlock some more rocketry parts and machinery. Yeah, as a matter of fact, the oxalite refinery would be nice. In preparation for the transition and to slow down the use of dirt, I'm already gonna take apart some of the stuff here. The deodorizers, maybe, including the sublimation station. Oh dear, I totally forgot about Ari. I did not send any food. Let's see, maybe we can fix that. Wait, we don't have to use the launcher. We can just use the teleporter. Let's send over something. I would say we're gonna go for the pickled meal again, because that just lasts the longest. And we have somebody taking care of it. Let's just speed it up. People are now bringing that stuff over. Okay, now maybe that was a little bit much. Let me see. We sent over 100,000 kilocalories, I think. Yeah, actually exactly 100,000 kilocalories. But at least Ari is gonna survive for a while, and since the food is refrigerated, it's only gonna use 0.3 percentages every cycle. Or maybe that is in sterile atmosphere. It might lose 2 percentages. Maybe now let's drain this little puddle here so we can make a proper ceiling. Okay, somebody has to close it now, please. Thank you, Ren. We've been through with the research here, at least the applied science, so I switched to another research in order to use up the rat bolts before the next shot comes in. But yeah, as long as we don't use up the natural gas, we can just leave this running. It will not be wasteful. By the way, something I forgot to mention, on the second planetoid, we still have 24 tons of polluted dirt. Maybe I just kept on sending it over. No, actually not. But we do have a little bit of reserve on the second planetoid, so it's not really that close yet. In the meantime, on the third planetoid, we're making some progress here, revealing more of the terrain, and it seems we have a pretty excessive oil boom going on. It would be a shame not to do something with all that oil we're getting. I mean, there's even another one on this side. Wow. Still, we're now focusing more and more on finishing this part of the base so that we can fill it up with gases and already start moving most of the duplicants. I will be leaving the dreamers at the bottom still until I know everything functions the way I want it to. I also rerouted the cabling here temporarily. We can get rid of this part and then set up a liquid lock. Okay, 1 egg seems to be 2 kilograms. That means we want to send over 4 kilograms, right? No, wait, there's still some thimbleweed in there. How can I get it out? I can compost it, then it's gonna fall out, and then I can cancel the composting. Nice, okay. Now the question is, can we not input X because it doesn't seem to be accepting them? No, I know what it is. It doesn't accept it because we don't have the doors open. Okay, looks like we don't have any meteorites inbound. That means I can open this up. We can install the seeds here again and start the rat bolt generators. And now we can also see the slug eggs are in there at 150 degrees. Holy cow. Okay, and now we have those weezwards here, which should also be helping maybe to cool down the water on the floor. Either way, we're not going to be needing much for this launch, just 40 rat bolts. Looks like Ren got himself trapped, so prioritizing a tile that allows him to escape. But yeah, not always the brightest of creatures, these dupes. I think what I'm gonna do is set up a mechanized airlock right here that is gonna allow the duplicants to get out, but then there's gonna be a drop of water or maybe oil so that even when the mechanized airlock opens, we don't lose any gases. And of course, this is just temporary until we got the first plastic in the joint that allows us to safely escape. Okay, looks like we're already ready to shoot again with this contraption. It is completely filled up. The eggs already have been launched, so I'm just gonna close this to protect it from the next meteor shower. And looks like the eggs already have landed. Jeez, that really goes quick. Here it is, the payload with 2 eggs. I'm gonna move it somewhere into my base, and then we can set up a mini slug farm. The question is just, are we gonna go for Critter Rancher? Not sure. Well, exosuit training is more important right now, and technically mechatronics engineer. But yeah, we might have to switch from one to the other until we established a little bit more morale points for Lyra, which will be easy once we introduce better food. Okay, I think it's time to send over some polluted dirt here from the second planetoid. Here, that should almost immediately give us an errand. Maybe we're just bumping this up. Colony achievement earned. What the heck? Cure a sick duplicant of a disease. Okay. I get it. Somebody ate a curative tablet. interesting. For the oxygen system, there's actually one important pipe that I forgot about, the hydrogen pipe. I'm gonna lead this straight through here, and then we're probably gonna switch to radiant pipes in order to distribute the temperatures. But we can just go ahead and do something like this. This is gonna go straight through, and then these guys are gonna be run with a bridge. Wait, I totally forgot about this natural gas guys here on the second planetoid. I'm sorry, you told me about it. But there we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and encase it very briefly. Another research is completed. I'm losing the overview. Let's go for this one here, the mini gas pump and liquid pump. Okay, I did send over some of the polluted dirt to the main planetoid. We are back at 5 tons, which is not that much, but we're almost done with the build and we can do the switch. However, I have to do this in the next episode. I just don't have any more time. I got a little bit of a stressful time lately. Gaming helps me to relax a little bit, even when I'm recording, but sometimes I don't get that much time. But with that out of the way, I'm really looking forward to do the switch in the next episode. It still took a while to actually build everything and get it ready, but I'm gonna make sure in the beginning of the next episode we're gonna start to move the duplicants. We have no other choice. And with that out of the way, have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next episode. Bye bye.